Alright guys, so hope you guys are ready today because I'm gonna create a server. It's a simple Node.js server, and we're gonna actually make use of that HTTP theory that we learned in the previous video. Um, uh, this is not the start of the application. Obviously, I'm taking some time to explain you guys exactly what's going on with this HTTP, and it is important though to communicate between client and server as I mentioned in previous video. So let's get started and create a server. I'm gonna name it server.js, and what we want to do here is create a variable and require. So what we're gonna do over here is import a Node.js module called HTTP, and so this comes with Node.js itself, and all we have to do is require it, and we can make use of that module. And let's make another port call variable called port, and we're gonna be listening to this port later on, and I'll explain you what's going on with this whole port concept. But for now, then we're gonna create another variable called server, and over here now, as you can see over here, we are making use of this HTTP module, and using that we're gonna create a server. And what we're gonna do in this is pass in the callback function, and what this callback function is gonna receive is request and response parameters. So if you guys don't know much about callback functions, I suggest you guys go back and read some documents on JavaScript and callbacks, and once you get the understanding of callback function, you guys can come back and follow my blogs or videos. And we're gonna be using callbacks a lot actually in future videos, so I really do suggest that you guys learn it. So the second thing we're gonna do is log some information about the requests. So as I mentioned in previous video, each request or response message includes header, and that's exactly what we're gonna log information about. Headers. Now what we want to do is create a response. Now we want to respond with something, right? So first what we're gonna do is create a response, and inside that response we're gonna create a header or head, and inside that we're gonna pass in the status code, because that's exactly what the header of my response message includes. And the second thing what we're gonna include is the content type. And the type of the content is gonna be, in our case, text/HTML. We're gonna be, so this is pretty much defining what kind of content the body of this response includes. And now what we're gonna do is end the response, and we wanna end this response with HTML body h1 over, and hello, I would say. And so as you can see over here, we created a server using this HTTP module. Now what we want to do is listen to the server. Actually listen to a specific port, so that's where the port comes in. Server actually .listen, and the way we listen to that port that we define over here is by using this server.listen. And the only mandatory parameter for the server.listen is or the listen functionality is just port number, and any other parameters are optional, totally optional. But in my case, I wanna call function, and what I want to do is log some information that if this server is running correctly or not, or this server is running at this port. What we are doing is port number. So as I said, after we create the server, we want to make it live, or we want to make the server live so it can listen to specific requests made by clients and handle it. And in order to listen to that, in order to make it live, you have to use this port to listen to that specific port. Now what's going to happen is clients are going to make or client machines are going to make various requests on that specified port. So in this case 3000, and this server is going to listen to it and handle the request. So that's the basic concept of this server.listen port theory or thing. So that's about it, and let's fire this up. So clear in this case, and now what I'm gonna do is in order to run this application, we have to run this node command, and you say node and then the file name, and it should work correctly there. So as you can see over here, it says server is running at HTTP localhost port 3000, and that's exactly what we said. So now we know that it's running successfully. It was able to listen to that port successfully. And excuse me, I don't know, some Indian food I guess. Curry. Anyways, let's make a request. And so to make requests, for now we're gonna be using this REST client. Not for now, and only actually we're gonna be using this a lot. This is one of the Firefox application that allows you to test your web API, and you can make different kind of requests using like get, post, put, as I mentioned, with the different methods. So in previous video I mentioned that already, I guess. So let's make a request. We are making a GET request on that localhost 3000 port, and there. So as you can see over here, we responded with 200 status code, and it says right there 200 status code, and content type is text slash HTML, and let's check the body. Hello right there. See, this tool is really cool. It shows you actual preview of the web page as well. But let's make actually, before we make another request, I want to show you guys something else. See over here. So first thing what we did over here is, as soon as we receive a request, we want to log some information right there, and that's exactly what we did. So if you remember, as I said, the headers of request message include different informations, and when we log that, this is the information it included: user agent, Mozilla Firefox, and version 5, because that's exactly what we use for making requests. And it's also give out some information on my operating system that I'm running on my machine, and there are more information obviously, and you guys can read up on it and see what kind of use or how you can use it in your application later on. And so for now, I guess that's about it. This is, if you were able to run this correctly, congratulations, you have created your first server. And this is the beauty about Node.js. So a few lines of code and you are able to create a server with some simple ease. And that's about it. So I'll catch you guys later. Until then, take care.